Hey guys, it's Catherine. I just got back from a 31 mile in the mountains bike ride. And, whew, gotta be honest, I've cried a lot in the last 24 hours. And, yeah, I'm moving through something really intense in my world. And, I didn't really even want to do this video. I wanted to write an email. I'm like, it's just easier to do a video. So this is for you if you're watching. And yeah, it's like, so a few months ago, I chose something, and I kind of knew when I chose it that it probably wasn't the best choice, but I kept convincing myself it would get better. And I kept convincing myself it would get better, and I kept convincing myself it would get better. And over the weekend, it kind of came to a head. And so, we're doing a call tomorrow actually called Hard or Easy. And, I always laugh and sometimes cry about whenever I choose a class, the class usually facilitates me before the class happens and while the class is happening. And, we have actually a couple calls tomorrow. So the first one is the called Right or Wrong, and it's a 5-call series based on the book Projections, Expectations, Separations, Judgments, and Rejections by Mr. Gary Douglas, using the tools of access. And man, it's showing me everywhere where I go into projection, where I go into fantasy, where I go into la la land, where I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna work out great. Notice that there's no question in there. And so, on the eve of going into Hard or Easy, and the second call for projections, expectations, separations, and judgments, I have been in this thing of hard for the last few months, and I haven't wanted to look at it. I've wanted to blame other people. I've wanted to hide it. I've wanted to feel shame about it. I've wanted to go into fantasy about it. And it's been really fascinating because, over the last week, I've been making a demand for it to be clear. And so normally I would just pretend that I didn't make that choice and move on. But, I don't. My life is usually pretty easy. Yes, I've had some hard knocks. Yes, I've chosen some heavy stuff. But normally my life, even when things are challenging, I have a lot of ease. And I gotta be honest, in this particular area, I haven't had a lot of ease. And it's not something that I've wanted to talk about clearly. Right? And it's something that I've been judging myself for. I've been separating from consciousness for. I've been separating from the people who have my back the most. And it's not really a fun place to look at. So I'm having this conversation because if you are navigating something in your world that you've been keeping a secret, or you've been trying to deal with it on your own, I understand. And what I want to invite you to is that, what if you didn't have to do it alone? What if it wasn't that big of a deal? And here's what I'm learning. I have like massive headache. I've been crying all day. I just went for a 31-mile bike ride to bike it out. And what I realized on my bike ride is that choice, as hard as it's been the last few months, right, is actually, Dane said something this week, or that I heard in a recording, or a Facebook Live. My brain is like, I don't know what day it is. But he said something last week to the fact of we never know what choice we'll create. And if we don't judge that choice, we sometimes need to experience that experience, or we choose that choice so we can have more information. So it might not be an easy choice. It might be a hard choice. It might create some crap. It might create, not what we want, not what we expect, not what we'd like to have. But sometimes that choice creates a ton of information. And so I put myself in a situation where I've had to really dig deep and look at, what am I willing to say yes to? Where am I willing to be totally exposed and vulnerable? And where have I been keeping secrets from myself? And where have I been hiding that I'm judging me or judging my choices? And so it's kind of appropriate, right? No judgment diet never shows up the way you think it's going to, that I would, have this experience. And so tomorrow's a one-off call, $35, country pricing. Holy crap. And you're invited. So if you've been experiencing some stuff and you'd like clarity and you'd like to unhide and you'd like to maybe choose something different and not judge you and go, wow, if I wasn't functioning from conclusion or judgment or projection or rejection, what did that choice and what is that choice creating, and how can I use it to create what I desire? So how can I use it for freedom? How can I use it to let go? And so I'll tell you one of the things. I'm still in it, so I'm like, I might talk about it tomorrow on the call. Oh shit. But what I will say is that I'm looking at places that I still didn't realize I was hiding or secretly judging and not allowing my brilliance to come out. So I'm not enough, or I can't have it all, or I don't deserve. And yeah, they're all heavy and they're all lies, but they were there, and they were sort of ruling some choices I couldn't get clear on. So the last few months, it's been sort of a battle of, no, I'm choosing this. No, I'm not choosing this. No, I'm choosing this. No, this is my choice. And then I'm fighting for that choice, and then fighting against the people who have my back. And it's just been a really interesting experience. So I have no idea what we're going to choose, but what I will invite you is, if you're in a situation where you are navigating something you'd like to change, and you're noticing where you're separating from the people you love or the people that have your back, and you're justifying your choices, you may want to ask, if I wasn't justifying my choices, what is this choice contributing to my future? So if I wasn't justifying my choices and I wasn't judging my choices, what is this choice contributing to my future? So I know that this choice is opening a door that I've been asking to open for a long fucking time and had no idea how to open it. And it's exposed. It's uncomfortable, feeling raw. I'm getting my bars run tomorrow, and gonna drink some water and probably go to bed. So my friends, you're magic. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always just being the gift that you are, and continuing to use the tools. Trust you. Trust that question creates, and never give up on your dreams, because your reality, no one else can have the reality you have. So that's all I got. I know it's long, but enjoy, and see you on the other side. Bye for now.